All right, so we'll continue with the search bar method that we talked about, and this method is a straightforward method. And as a matter of fact, I use this more because it gives me the flexibility to be a broad publisher, not just limited to a particular category of that. And also it gives me the opportunity to know exactly what customers are up to, or they are up for, per time. You understand? Yeah. So how do I do the search bar method? It's still the same process. All you just have to do is to go back to the incognito tab. Yeah, go back to the incognito tab and then search for Amazon.com. This one, you don't need to search for that Amazon non-fiction bestseller list. You just search Amazon.com and then you change your address, or you can even leave your address the same, but sometimes it's just important to change it. So let's go back to 1001, which is New York. We apply and then we click this. So now we are here. The next thing that we need to do is to change this from all departments to books, which is the standard, so because we are researching for information relating to just books here. So I click enter. So now that I'm here, the search bar method is this is how it works. You use all the letters of alphabets that is on your keyboard, you add all the letters of alphabet together, try to create a word, so let's start with A. So we enter A. So when we enter A on the search bar, it brings out all the keywords that start with A that is also in line with what customers are looking out for. So let's say AS, so you see it is changing. Just be looking at this point, it is changing. So as you look around, you will see that there are topics that are suggested here in form of keywords. So does any of them capture your attention? Is any of these things that looks like something that you can work on? Let's click on this ASL book for beginners and see what it is talking about, because I've not come across that word before. You see, this is one of the most amazing thing about the search bar method. It opens you up to stuff that you have not come across before, things that you are not familiar with, but it's actually profitable. So ASL is American Sign Language. Imagine that. American Sign Language. So people are looking for books on American Sign Language, and 1000 search results, which means it is something that you can consider as a beginner. But this kind of books require illustration. You need to illustrate the diagrams, the pictures of the various sign language that you want to talk about. And you can see that the BSR for this niche is very profitable. You see low BSR all through, low BSR all through. And these are all independently published books. Independently, this one is also, okay, this is not an independent published book. This is independently published, not independently published, and what are the BSR lower than this 9,000, this 100,000, 3,000, 11,000. Imagine, so it's a profitable niche that you can work on. So it is that amazing. You just search this, you just use the search bar and you come across something that you can work on. So now let me open this first book that is here to see what the book is talking about. When was it even published in the first place? This one was published in 2022. This one was published in 2020. This one was published in even 2024. Let's look at the recent one, January 2024. And I can categorically tell you that this person actually came across this topic using the search bar. Yeah, it's very possible. It's very, very possible. So let's look at what the content is about. We'll see what this guy is talking about. So ASL for adult beginners, start sign in 30 days. Yeah. So this might be something we can even work on. Yeah, it's something I can work on. So you see chapter science language. Okay. Okay. Assess this. Introduction. It's a straightforward book, as a matter of fact. Like, this is a straightforward book. Are you serious? But there's no image here. Man, this is something I can work on. This is something I can work. Okay, yeah, images here, and I think this images was downloaded. Okay, these images. Okay, and you don't even need to stress yourself. You don't even need to download this image. You can do the hand gesture yourself and snap it and package it just as this. Can you imagine? This image, I think they are gotten from somewhere. They are gotten from somewhere. These images were gotten from somewhere, so It is that simple. And this guy is making money from this. Let's see. What is the BSR of this book? This book has a BSR of, and it's also 190 pages. What was the BSR of this book? Let's check it out. The BSR of this book is wow, 100 and so this guy is making money. So this is how powerful the search bar is. So we just combine ASL and we were able to spot this. AS, we saw this, right? So you go down again. Now you see ASVB, ASVAB. Wow, this is something. See? So it's so broad, like you can just spot and imagine. This is one of the most effective way that I use in doing my research. I tell you, I don't normally do that category method, but for the training sake, I have to show you guys about the category method. But this is one of the way I search out for profitable topics, when I just want to write, So look at this method now. You see this topic, this is a very, very powerful topic to write on. It's a study guide. It's a study guide. There are modalities to writing study guide. Yeah, I'm currently working on this book. I'm currently working on this book. Let me tell us that I'm currently working on this book. So you can work on it as well. You can work on it as well, and the method is the same. So the most important thing is when you come across books like this, what you just need to do, since it is not something you already know, but by virtue of the fact that you use a search bar, Amazon brought this up because this is what customers are looking for. So you have to open up the number one book that you saw or that you see here. So when you open it up, you try as much as you can. You come to initially we normally see something like read inside or look inside, sorry. But now it has been changed to read sample. So you click on the read sample button. So you now go inside to see what this author is talking about. So you go to the table of content, what exactly is this guy talking about? So is this something you can conceptualize? Is this something you can just work on with ease? And as a matter of fact, you use AI to do all of this, so you don't need to stress yourself. So look at the introduction here, say what? Introduction to ASVAB. What is this? Why is it important? These are all straightforward things that AI can write for you. These are straightforward things that AI can write for you, and I will show you exactly how we can do that. So it's a straightforward book. It's a straightforward study guide, and man, this is going to be massive. This is going to be massive. So you see, we just combine AS, and AS is opening us up to a whole lot of topics that we can work on. So imagine you going forward again to, so let's say you try out ADS, you try out DS. Let whatever thing you are writing be coherent stuff, So DA. So you see, Dash Diet Cookbook for Beginners 2024. These are stuff that customers are searching for. It is that powerful. So Dash Diet Cookbook for Beginners. And you see the competition is just 600. Yeah, so you can just write on this straight up, and your book will definitely rank. And look at the rankings. Less than first four books are less than 200,000 BSR, and this is something. So the search bar method is just powerful. So you just combine different keywords. Sorry, combine the different letters of alphabet. Combine the different letters of alphabet, and as you are combining those letters of alphabet, you will definitely come across words that, that catch your attention, that you can start working on. So DS dash diet, diabetic cookbook for beginners. Let's say KI KIA KIK. The method is so funny that you just have to be combining stuff, just Korean cookbook for beginner, Korean workbook for beginners. Imagine that. Korean. So we'll go to the next letters. Let's say BA baking cookbook. Baking cookbook. bariatric cookbook something 2000. Okay, so now let's niche down. Bariatric cookbook, bariatric sleeve cookbook, bariatric air fryer cookbook. This is how we niche down in this area. The other aspect of this of the research is what you niche down by clicking on different categories, but this one you niche down by, you know, adding new letters to whatever stuff that comes up. So bariatric air fryer cookbook. Let's look at this. You see, lost 572, and what is the result like here? You see, this is our profitable topic: 40,000, less than 40,000, less than 200,000, less than 200,000. You know, so these are all stuff that you can pick up from and you start working on it directly. So that's all about the search bar method. That's all about the search bar method. So depending on the one that you think is flexible for you, is it category method, is it a search bar method, you can start using that. You can start practicing with that, and then, you know, create your topics and all of that. So it is that simple. It is that simple. So the next thing here is okay, on this outline we talk about auto tracking and analysis here. So the way we do this auto tracking and analysis is okay, let's say we check on this bariatric, and then the first book that is here, let's look at this author, this CV Cooper. This is the name of the author. So let's go to his author central. So how we do this is let's say you like what the author is doing, so you want to track, you know, that author to monitor his step. You know, so you see someone that is doing very well, so you just start following him so that you will be on the note, because any book that author write is a book that will sell. So you watch what the author is doing. When he upload new books, you see the new book that he or she just upload, and then you go and create something like that. So you are monitoring him to understand how he's doing, and then using his own research methodology to, you know, to know the next profitable topic that he is working on and all of that. So let's say we are checking out this CV Copper, you know, so we go to all books. Here is the author central account. So all books, how many books has this author here? This author has only one book. So we will leave this author. We will leave this author. But how we do this author tracking is you look for a popular author that has a very big name, you know, and all of that, and then you start following him up to, you know, to monitor his steps, to know the next book that he's writing on, and you can even follow him. So when you follow him, the next book he published, you will receive an email from Amazon telling you that Sylvie Copper have uploaded a new book. You know, you should go and look it up. Yeah, so this another way, to be on the note, you know, to be able to write profitable topics and all of that. So let's check this Catherine or Robson to see whether this book is on ad. So I don't like clicking on books that are on ad, because I'm not buying this book and clicking on it to make the author to be spending money. You know, you'll be losing money for me just clicking on it. So I don't like doing that, you know, because it's very bad. It's very bad. I'm not a customer that want to buy the book, so I'm just an author that is researching. So clicking on books that are showing sponsored will end up making that publisher, just like myself, to be losing money unnecessarily. You know, and I don't want any other person to do that to me. So let me not do it to anybody. All right. So this Melissa Jordan, you see, wow, these are the kind of persons you can follow. You see her writing books on diabetic air fryer cookbook, Dash diet cookbook, you know, Reina diet cookbook, diabetic cookbook for beginners. You know, this is someone that know what she's doing, and you can see how her books are performing. So what I will just do here is to do what is to click on follow. So for you to be able to follow this person, you need to sign into your Amazon account. You understand? You need to sign into your Amazon account. Then as you start following this person, you will receive notification when she published new books. You see this book that we spot, type 2 diabetic cookbook for beginners 2023. Look at that one. It's here. And how many reviews? 216 reviews. It means up to 2,000 copies of this book have been sold. You understand? Yeah. So let's search by publication date to know the book that she just published of recent. So you see the book, this book was published recently. So diverticulo oh my god, diverticulitis. Oh my god. These are stuff that people are working on. So you can see, you can track her to know exactly, the last book that she worked on, and then you can go and do same. October 2022, that was when this book was published, and she has gotten this BSR ranking 167. So the lady is actually making a lot of sales. She's making a lot of sales from this, and you see her customers. Like now, I decided to come and check her Auto Central account to see all the work that she has done so far. So this, I will show you how to create something like this so that customers can interact with all your books that are under a particular pen name. So the reason why all these books are here is because she wrote this book with this pen name, Melissa Jordan. You understand? So I will show us how to create an Auto Central account like this that carries all your books so that when customers check it out, they might get interested in some other copies of books that you have written and buy from you directly. So it is a powerful strategy that I will show you exactly how to implement. Yeah, and you can get a picture like this to represent your pen name. There's no twist, there's no hard work about it. Yeah. So the next part of this training is going to be the advanced keyword and book keyword research using Publisher Rocket. Yeah, so we'll be doing this using a software, and then I've shown you how to evaluate for profitability across the various research methods. So the most important thing to consider when it comes to evaluating for research profitability is the search result. Consider the search result, how many search results, and I said it must be less than 700, and then the maximum should be 1000 search result. Yeah, so search result, consider search result for you to evaluate for profitability. Search result. Then the next thing you must consider is the BSR. The BSR, from this BSR, you will understand the demand and supply for the book. So the BSR talks about the demand, how many persons are buying that book, how many copies of that book have been sold and all of that. And then the next thing you check out for, to understand whether customers are interested in a particular topic is a reviews. Is the reviews that come in. So if you go into a particular niche, if you look at this niche, you'll see that all the books that are here are selling. How do I know they are selling? Reviews. You see, this person has gotten how many reviews? You see there are reviews all across: 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. There are reviews entering the niche. So it means customers are buying. And if they are buying, that is why they are reviewing the books. They are complaining, they are dropping their feedback concerning the mistake the author did. So as a good publisher, what you have to do is to open some of these books, like open the one that catch your attention. Let's say this Melissa Jordan. Let's open this her book. Sorry, let's open this her book that is here. Where is that book again? The Melissa Jordan book. Where is it? Melissa Jordan. All right, let's open this book, this bariatric air fryer code book. So now we have opened it. Let's go to the review to see what customers are saying. So from that review, I will show us how to do this thing. This thing is called A plus content. It helps you to sell your book. It helps you to talk more about your book, give more design that are not captured on just your cover. So let's come to the review, customer review. So on this customer review, let's go to the 5 star. Normally, I don't normally check the 5 star review, because sometimes the 5 star review people buy it, but 4 star review, 3 star review, these are where you get the real things that is happening. So 4 star review, customer, what are customers saying? A great before and after guide for surgery. So you read what this customer is saying, and then at the course of reading it, you spot some things that need to be done concerning that niche, probably what the author did not include. So you go to 3 stars. So very disjointed recipe. So here's an issue. So you see that the person say, well, the number of recipe are really practical, while others are just out of the blue, vague description like feeling. never clarifying what this filling is. Also, one recipe call for flour or breadcrumbs, and then a few later it calls for gluten-free. So these are things you need to track when you are writing your own books. Now you need to be mindful of those kind of stuff so that you don't include them. Now you see this person say no pictures. So I was a little disappointed. It didn't have pictures. So if you are writing your own book now, you can include picture to satisfy this, because this is not the only person that is complaining about this. Yeah, and then this other person say organization. I really like this simple recipe, but being that there are no picture or margin dividers between recipes, it makes this book a bit difficult to follow, you see. So when you are writing your own book, you ensure that you put pictures and then margin dividers. You have to include all of that. Yeah, so this is how to know what is going on in a particular niche and then answer that issue when you start writing your own book. Yeah, so this method I just showed us now is a auto tracking. So you follow Melissa Jordan, you saw what she is doing, and then you start implementing that, and you will know whether it's selling or not. I told us you use BSR, and then the next thing you need to use is what the ratings that is coming to a particular niche, will help you to know how the niche is performing, to help you to know how the niche is performing. So that is the end for this video. So in the next video, we'll be talking about advanced keyword research using Publisher Rocket. So see you in the next video.